Okay, let's do it. The Legal Minute with Paul Harding from Martin Harding and Mazzotti at 1-800-LAW-1010. Good morning, Paul.
Hey, good morning, guys. Good morning.
Good morning. So what's going on with Kevin Hart and the failed attempt at extortion against him?
Well, sure. So Kevin Hart, although he's not claiming that the video or that maybe that what he didn't happen, but what he's claiming is that people caught some video of him with a woman who was not his wife, and that they said, we're going to release this video if you don't give us millions of dollars. So at this point, Kevin's kind of done a mea culpa with his family. He told his family what happened, that he's sorry. And now the police are hot and heavy after the person who's trying to extort Kevin out of that money.
So is that illegal?
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. So no, I'm kidding. But yeah, back in the day, probably, right? You watch the old, the old mafia videos or the old shows, Godfather. But extortion kind of means this. It means if you obtain something through force or threat from someone else that isn't yours. Kind of there was to some degree, once you are using force, and kind of that was sort of the OJ thing too. He used force to get something back that he thought was his.
Yeah.
But often it's something like this. I'm going to tell people this if you don't do this. And yeah, it's a crime. And whether or not the woman in the video with Kevin is part of this, or whether it's someone else, is still yet to be seen. But Kevin is working with law enforcement.
Interesting. All right. We'll have to see what happens with that. Thank you for filling in the blanks.
Wait for him to turn it around, right? Yeah.
Well, yeah. Easier just to keep your life. Kevin kind of wish he didn't, do anything at all, probably, right? But now I did watch the video. You can watch that on there, and he, really sincerely feels that he just blew it in life and wants a second start. So hopefully things work out for him and his family.
We can all learn from him. Just behave.
Easier path, but sometimes a little tricky to do.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay, guys.
Thanks, Paul.
Paul Harding, Martin Harding and Mazzotti at 1-800-LAW-1010.